Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. There are many different kinds of people in the world, and you can never assume that everyone will react to your strategies in the same way. Deceive or outmaneuver some people, and they will spend the rest of their lives seeking revenge. They are wolves in lamb's clothing. Choose your victims and opponents carefully, then never offend or deceive the wrong person. Robert starts this law off by identifying 5 different types of people we see in our culture and society. He says different types of opponents, suckers, and victims that we see and come across in everyday life. And the point of him mentioning these is to be able to distinguish the wolves from the lambs, and the foxes from the hares, the hawks from the vultures. And by making that distinction, you'll be able to communicate effectively and get what you want, get the results you want, really, and not make the mistake of crossing someone you shouldn't. The first one he notes is the arrogant and proud man. Now, although he may disguise his pride, it can make this person dangerous because any perceived slight will lead to a vengeance of overwhelming violence. You may say to yourself, but I only said such and such at a party where everyone was drunk. It does not matter to this person because there is no sanity behind his overreaction, so do not waste time trying to figure him out. If at any point in your dealings with this person you sense an oversensitive or overactive pride, flee. Whatever you are hoping from him isn't worth it. We get those types of people all the time. People who are a little too sensitive in their own pride and take things very personally to cover their own insecurities. This is executing law 4, always saying less than necessary in order to effectively communicate with the arrogant and proud man and not have him stir up trouble that you don't need. The second one is the hopelessly insecure man. And this is someone whose ego is fragile, his sense of self is insecure, and he often feels people are trying to deceive him or attack him. Now, apparently this type of person, when they are deceived or hurt, they attack you or hurt you in kind of like little bites. So you don't really notice at first, but eventually it's become sizable. So if you find yourself deceiving or harming such a person, disappear for a long time and do not stay around, or he will, quote, nibble you to death. The third one is Mr. Suspicion. This person sees what he wants to see. It's usually the worst. It's usually negative. He's always second guessing other people and imagining people are after him. Now this person consequently becomes easy to deceive in the process because you play on his suspicious nature and getting him to turn against other people. But you don't want to become the target of his suspicions, because these people who are very suspicious usually take massive action to heal their insecurity, to heal their suspicion. They have to do something about it, otherwise they'll eat them away. The second last one is the serpent with a long memory. Now I feel like this is the one that relates to a lot of people, because if hurt or deceived, this man or woman will show no anger on the surface. He will calculate and wait. Then when he's in a position to turn the tables, he will exact revenge, marked by cold-blooded shrewdness. Everybody has been in a situation where they have accidentally, or maybe they did it on purpose, they deceived someone, they hurt somebody, and the expectation of this person's reaction, the anger we thought this person would have, or disappointment, or whatever it is, whatever emotion we expected this person to have, they did not have. Now, oftentimes, these people do this on purpose. A serpent with a long memory. So the bite is coming. They are a serpent, but they have a long memory, so they don't forget and they bide their time and wait, tactfully. Robert notes this person is usually cold and unaffectionate. Notes to be doubtfully careful of this snake, and if you've somehow injured him, either crush him completely or get him out of your sight. The last one is the plain, unassuming, and often unintelligent man. Now, what appears to be the easiest person to deceive actually becomes one of the hardest because of his lack of intelligence and lack of awareness. This man will take no bait because he doesn't recognize it, and if he does, it's usually on accident. He's unaware. The danger is not that he's going to harm you or seek revenge, but he's just going to waste your time, energy, and resources, and mental capacity and emotion. So it's kind of like continue at your own risk, make your own judgment. So those are 5 types of opponents, suckers, and victims, types of people that we see in the jungle of our lives. Now, of course, there's 100 other examples you could give, but this is in the context of the book Opponents, Suckers, and Victims, in the context of this law, these types of people that pop up.